Welcome to the Jikook Lover channel, the channel that always delivers the hottest, deepest, and most highly anticipated updates about Jungkook and the world around him. Thank you for joining us because this time we are diving into a moment that is not just viral, but one that has truly shaken the entertainment world and social media alike. One short video, one practice room, and two figures radiating extraordinary presence. No grand stage, no excessive lighting effects, not even elaborate props. Yet, who would have thought that it was precisely the simplicity that triggered a massive explosion across social media? Jungkook's latest dance performance with renowned choreographer Bada has suddenly become a global talking point, sending fans into absolute hysteria. From the very first second the video circulated, one thing was immediately clear. This was not just an ordinary dance practice. Sharp movements, near-perfect synchronization, and an energy that seemed to break through the screen instantly captivated anyone who watched it. Many admitted they initially planned to watch it just once, only to find themselves replaying the video over and over again, as if an invisible force was keeping their eyes glued to the screen. What made this performance even more electrifying was the powerful chemistry radiating between the two. Without dialogue, without exaggerated facial expressions, Jungkook and Bada seemed to communicate purely through their bodies. Every step, every arm swing, and every shift in tempo felt intentional and meaningful. Netizens quickly flooded the internet with speculation. Was this merely a casual practice session, or a quiet hint of a major project in the works? In the video, Jungkook can be seen executing every detail of the choreography with remarkable precision. His movements are firm yet fluid, powerful yet refined. On the other hand, Bada delivers her signature style, controlled, cool, and commanding, with strength flowing effortlessly through each motion. When the two move together, the line between idol and choreographer seems to disappear. What remains are two world-class dancers sharing the same space. It didn't take long for the comment sections to overflow with emotional reactions. Some viewers confessed their hearts were racing just from watching. Others said they felt chills from beginning to end. Many even described the collaboration as a lethal combination in today's K-pop dance scene. The word viral suddenly felt too small to describe the impact it created. Interestingly, the lack of an official explanation only fueled the curiosity further. There was no long caption, no follow-up teaser, and no confirmation of whether the video was part of a specific project. That silence became the spark that pushed fans to speculate even more intensely. Was this preparation for a major stage? Exclusive content? Or perhaps a subtle signal of Jungkook's return with an entirely new concept? Dance analysts and enthusiasts began pointing out technical details that casual viewers might easily miss. Seamless transitions, impeccable rhythm control despite sudden tempo changes, and consistent body expression all served as proof that this was not an ordinary choreography. Jungkook was not merely following the moves, he was fully immersed, embodying the dance itself. Meanwhile, Bada presence added a distinct flavor to the performance. Known for her bold choreography and strong character, she seemed to act as a catalyst, pushing Jungkook toward a new level of expression. Neither overshadowed the other. Instead, they complemented one another perfectly. This balance is what made their performance feel solid, polished, and deeply satisfying to watch. Many fans began comparing this dance performance to previous legendary collaborations. However, a growing number agreed that this one felt different. It appeared more mature, more intense, and more daring. It was as if Jungkook wanted to reveal a side of himself that doesn't always appear on grand stages, a side focused purely on art, technique, and emotional depth. Social media soon transformed into a sea of video clips, movement breakdowns, and intriguing theories. Every second of the performance was analyzed, slowed down, and discussed in extraordinary detail. Even the simplest hand gesture was believed to carry its own meaning. This alone proved just how powerful the impact of this dance truly was. Ultimately, this single video created a powerful domino effect. Longtime fans and new viewers alike were swept up in the same wave of excitement. Many admitted that it was only after watching this collaboration that they fully realized how serious Jungkook is about dance, not just as an idol, but as an artist who continues to evolve. Until now, the public's curiosity remains unanswered. There has been no further statement, no official hint of what comes next. Yet that uncertainty is precisely what makes this moment so compelling. Jungkook's dance performance with Bada has accomplished one crucial thing. It has made everyone wait. Wait with anticipation, with soaring expectations, and with curiosity that continues to grow. One thing is certain, if this is only the beginning, many are more than ready to welcome whatever follows. Because when Jungkook and Bada move together, the world doesn't just watch, the world falls silent, then erupts in admiration. And the anticipation keeps growing. What makes this moment linger far beyond its runtime is not merely the technical excellence on display, but the quiet confidence embedded in every movement. There is no sense of urgency to impress, no exaggerated flourish meant to steal attention. Instead, the performance unfolds with restraint, an intentional choice that paradoxically amplifies its power. Viewers are not told where to look. They are compelled to follow instinctively. As the video continues to circulate, patterns begin to emerge in audience reactions. Initial shock gives way to fascination. Fascination deepens into admiration, and admiration slowly transforms into analysis. Fans and dance enthusiasts alike begin dissecting the performance frame by frame, discovering new layers with each replay. What once felt instinctive now reveals structure, and what seemed effortless exposes the weight of discipline behind it. Industry insiders quietly acknowledge what many fans are already saying out loud. This collaboration reflects a shift, not a dramatic reinvention, but a subtle evolution. Jungkook appears more grounded, more deliberate, as if every movement carries intention rather than impulse. It is the kind of maturity that cannot be rehearsed overnight, only earned through years of immersion in craft. The choreography itself becomes a topic of intense discussion. Observers note how the movements avoid unnecessary complexity, choosing instead clarity and impact. Each gesture lands with precision, allowing the rhythm to breathe rather than overwhelming it. This restraint gives the performance its distinctive tension, an unspoken dialogue between stillness and motion. Equally compelling is the spatial awareness shared between the two performers. They do not simply occupy the same room. They negotiate space with mutual understanding. At times, they mirror one another, creating symmetry that feels deliberate and controlled. At other moments, they diverge, allowing contrast to speak louder than synchronization. This push and pull creates a dynamic that keeps viewers engaged from start to finish. What truly captivates audiences, however, is the emotional neutrality of the performance. There is no forced smile, no dramatized expression. Instead, emotion is conveyed through posture, timing, and weight. This neutrality invites interpretation, allowing viewers to project their own feelings onto the dance. It becomes less about what is being shown and more about what is being felt. As conversations spread across platforms, cultural commentators begin to weigh in. Some describe the performance as a reflection of contemporary dance trends, minimalist yet expressive, controlled yet free. Others see it as a statement about artistic autonomy, a reminder that not all impactful performances need to be wrapped in spectacle. The absence of official context continues to fuel speculation. Silence, in this case, becomes a narrative device. Without confirmation or denial, fans are left to interpret the moment on their own terms. This ambiguity transforms the performance into something larger than itself, a canvas for collective imagination. Many begin to revisit Jungkook's earlier dance moments, drawing comparisons not to diminish the present but to trace growth. Where earlier performances leaned heavily on energy and charisma, this one emphasizes balance and intention. It feels less like a display and more like a conversation between music and movement, between performer and space. Meanwhile, the performance's reach extends beyond the fandom. Dance communities, choreographers, and casual viewers find themselves drawn into the discussion. Tutorials, reaction videos, and breakdowns appear in rapid succession, each adding a new perspective. The performance becomes a reference point, a moment others want to understand, emulate, or simply appreciate. What stands out most in these discussions is the recurring theme of authenticity. Viewers repeatedly describe the performance as real, honest, and unfiltered. These descriptors suggest a craving for sincerity in an era often defined by excess. In meeting that desire, the performance resonates on a deeper level. As days pass, the initial frenzy does not fade. It evolves. Instead of loud excitement, a quieter reverence takes its place. Fans no longer shout, they observe. They notice details previously overlooked, the subtle shift of weight before a turn, the controlled release of tension at the end of a phrase, the way silence is used as effectively as sound. This sustained engagement speaks volumes. Viral moments often burn bright and disappear quickly, but this one lingers, inviting prolonged attention. It resists categorization as a fleeting trend, positioning itself instead as a moment of artistic significance. Behind the scenes, industry watchers speculate on what this could signal for future projects. Some suggest it hints at a more dance-focused direction. Others see it as an exploration rather than a declaration. Whatever the case, the performance has clearly reset expectations. What makes this moment particularly compelling is its refusal to explain itself. There is no guiding narrative, no prescribed takeaway. The audience is trusted to feel, interpret, and decide. This trust fosters a deeper connection, one that feels earned rather than manufactured. As anticipation continues to build, the performance becomes a shared reference point, a moment fans return to when discussing artistry, growth, and expression. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the most powerful statements are made quietly. And perhaps that is the true legacy of this collaboration. Not the numbers it generates or the headlines it inspires, but the space it creates for reflection. In choosing subtlety over spectacle, it invites viewers to slow down, to look closer, and to listen more carefully. In the end, this was never just about a dance. It was about presence, intention, and the courage to let artistry speak without explanation. As the video continues to circulate and discussions deepen, one truth remains unmistakable. This moment has carved its place in collective memory. Whether it leads to a larger project or stands alone as a singular expression, its impact is already undeniable. The silence surrounding what comes next only heightens its power, turning anticipation into a shared experience. Until the next movement is revealed, the world will continue to watch, not because it is told to, but because it wants to. And in that quiet desire to keep looking, this performance finds its greatest triumph.